Lieutenant Governor Karen Polito comes to East Longmeadow to officially welcome the town as a Massachusetts compact community. The Town Council supports the Board of Health's decision to place a question on the June ballot for residents to vote on whether the sale of recreational marijuana should be allowed in East Longmeadow. And later, the police department is hosting a drug take-back day. Get expired and unwanted prescription drugs out of your home. We talk more about the free and anonymous service. Those stories and much more ahead on ELCAT News Update. Thanks for tuning in to ELCAT News Update. I'm Rebecca Green. We begin the show with a visit to East Longmeadow by Lieutenant Governor Karen Polito, on hand to accept East Longmeadow as a Massachusetts compact community.
The Community Compact Program is the result of Governor Baker's very first executive order, and it was intentional. We wanted to signal right out of the gate that we would work hard to strengthen the relationship between state and local government, that our vision about making Massachusetts a stronger and better state in which to live and to work, raise a family, doesn't happen from Beacon Hill. It happens through the grassroots of the communities that make up our Commonwealth, all 351.
Town Manager Denise Menard signed the agreement on Thursday at an event held in the library community room. Compact communities agree to pursue several strategies and initiatives outlined by the state in order to make local government more efficient and responsive. East Longmeadow has agreed to institute best practices in its financial procedures that allow the town to apply for additional grants from the state to support the improvements. In a separate category, the IT department has been accepted into the compact, and the health department applied late last year in a joint application under the program to implement better mosquito control practices. Now moving ahead to meeting highlights. First, let's take a look at the Monday, April 10th Board of Public Works meeting. DPW Superintendent Robert Parent reports on staffing updates.
We still have 2 openings within the DPW. We have a skilled worker opening, which has been posted online for a few weeks now, and just today got posted on Mass Live as well. We've had probably 6 to 9 applicants right now at this point. The key to being a successful applicant there is that you need to have your licenses in hand when you apply. You need to have your commercial driver's license, which is a prerequisite for the position, and your hoisting license, which is again a prerequisite for the position. We had a foreman position open that we are interviewing internal candidates for. We interviewed 3 candidates, and ultimately it was a unanimous recommendation of the committee that was put together, myself, Mr. Esposito, and our Human Resource Director, Karen Decker, to promote Chad Ruel to that position. So Chad has now been acting or in the foreman position now for going on a week and a day or so. It started last Monday.
The next meeting we cover the Monday, April 10th school committee meeting. Get your mobile devices out because School Superintendent Gordon Smith is now on Twitter. The committee believes this communication strategy will bring awareness to education and community programs.
The hope would be, as we continue to look at how we're communicating, whether it be the statement of interest, whether it be just events going around the district, that we can direct them back to where there's more information, such as there's more information on this event here, as well as just some of the great things that go on around the district.
Be sure to follow for updates at ELPS District, a great way to stay informed and show your support. The last meeting we covered, the Tuesday, April 11th Town Council meeting. The meeting kicked off with a public hearing for a zoning change on Grove Avenue from industrial to residential.
As you're aware, we're here to talk about a proposed zone change for a parcel of land that's located between Baldwin Street, Glendale Road, 5th Street, Edmund Street, and Grove Avenue. It's approximately 9.5 acres. 1.8 acres towards the west is already zoned residential. There's another 2 acres towards the north that is deemed conservation land, with a remaining 6.5 acres of industrial land. Of that 6.5 acres, what I'm proposing to do is basically cut it in half, leave the southern part industrial, and leave the northern part residential. Basically, in essence, extending the residential line as it exists now in an easterly direction towards the old railroad tracks and the conservation area as it exists.
The proposal was denied by the Town Council due to the community's response on traffic and safety concerns.
Too much traffic, too much foot traffic, too many kids.
The traffic coming down, I mean, people are hitting 40, 45 miles an hour at times. So to add more traffic to that street would put more in danger. And I know exactly what you're talking about with your kids. I actually just drove down there today. You know, I think there was 5 or 6 kids just in the corner. I mean, I go about 5-10 miles an hour, but a lot of people, and there's a lot of people that kind of go up into that street. I don't think that are residents of that street that are traveling, especially late at night a lot of those times. And I mean, we're walking our dogs and the kids as well, and just a huge concern if that road was extended. So I'd strongly oppose.
As the president of the council and representative of the people of the town of East Long Meadow, I'm opposed to this project and I will not support it.
The meeting moves ahead to an important agenda item. Under financial matters, the town council gets a first look at the fiscal year 18 general budget draft plan from town manager Denise Menard. The discussion focuses on public safety and education.
So we have the cost of having civilian dispatchers, which we believe at a lower rate versus full-time police officers would lower the budget in that regards. And that's a long-term move that we should be moving towards, whether we regionalize or do it in-house ourselves. But we believe that's a cost-saving effect in the long term, not maybe immediately in one particular year coming up, but long-term we should be able to start seeing the savings of it down the road. Plus we would be able to provide a better service to the town with relieving the officers from the dispatch duty and putting them on the street where they belong.
Many of the communities now that are currently civilian dispatch, they have that budget money that they can take and reallocate towards a regional dispatch. Unfortunately, East Long Meadow, we don't have that advantage right now. We don't have that civilian dispatch. One of the huge advantages to the civilian or regional dispatch, not the civilian but the regional dispatch, is the standard's changing. Small departments, even like us, Hamden, Wilbraham, it's a 2-person job now for that dispatch operation. Just the process of EMDing a call, emergency management or emergency medical dispatch. When that person's on the phone with somebody going through CPR or some other type of medical emergency, and they're trying to dispatch an ambulance, they're trying to dispatch police and fire, all the resources needed there. It's a daunting task. And then another line calls, another call comes in for a burglar alarm or whatever it is, or a business line call. It's a 2-person job. The 3 of us, we all got the same mindset. It's got to be right for the town. It's got to be right for each of our departments.
And for the residents.
If it isn't, Jeff's got a plan to at least keep us moving forward in the right direction to try and meet the standard.
Also at that meeting, the Board of Health takes a stand, presenting signatures from residents who are in favor of banning recreational marijuana establishments.
The board is very concerned about the fact that in the new law, there's no ability for us to be able to regulate the edibles. And that's the reason for the question on the ballot. When we were last here, the town council had asked us to be able to go out into the community and get signatures, which we were able to do that.
The town council supports the Board of Health's decision and will place a question on the ballot allowing residents to vote on whether the sale of recreational marijuana should be allowed in East Long Meadow. The Board of Health invites all to a community forum on local control options regarding retail marijuana sales. The forum takes place on Thursday, April 27th at 6 p.m. at Birchland Park Middle School. Staying involved in community informational nights is just one way to prevent drug abuse. Another way is to get rid of unused, expired, and unwanted prescription drugs out of your home. The East Long Meadow Police Department is holding a Drug Take-Back Day, a day for residents to dispose pills properly. Studies show that a majority of abused prescription drugs are obtained from family and friends, including the home medicine cabinet. Drug Take-Back Day is a free and anonymous service. Here's how it works. All you have to do is drive up and drop off. Then the police department boxes up the prescription drugs and transports them to a location where the Drug Enforcement Administration disposes them properly. Drug Take-Back Day takes place on Saturday, April 29th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the police station on Summers Road. Well, that will do it for this edition of ELCAT News Update. Be sure to stay connected with us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all at ELCAT 01028. And don't forget to watch us on cable channels 191, 192, and 193. For cable channel times, make sure to check out our ELCAT program guide. Guides are available at the Town Hall, Library, Senior Center, and through our website at eastlongmeadowma.gov. Also check your mail as the programs will be delivered monthly within the reminder. Until next time, I'm Rebecca Green. Thanks for watching. See you next week.